शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवतु अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम् ॐ शान्ति 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 Hari Om Hari Om. Please repeat. Vedamanuchyācāryonte vāsinamano shāsti. What happened? See, you should have taken the book, no? You should have inquired what book is there and taken that. What page in this book? In Gurudev's book? Nobody has that book. You would have inquired which book is going on and then got it. Everything I have to tell. Vedamanuchyācāryo ante vāsinamano shāsti satyam vada dharmam chara swadhyayan ma pramada आचार्याय प्रियं धनं आहृत्य प्रजातन्तुं मा व्यवच्छेत्सीः सत्यान्न प्रमदितव्यम् धर्मान्न प्रमदितव्यम् कुशलान्न प्रमदितव्यम् भूत्यै न प्रमदितव्यम् स्वाध्याय प्रवचनाभ्यां न प्रमदितव्यम् So let us now see, then we'll move forward. If you know, don't read when I say, then only you say. So you heard yesterday that what is the moral fabric of a person and what is his power to focus on higher, that will decide his joy and security in the future. So the scriptures have designed a lifestyle so that who is this? It will be taken away. The scriptures have designed the lifestyle so that when you go out in the world, your value system and your inner, I can't see Anjuji, your value system doesn't fall away and you have a metal, though, so that weaknesses like greed, passion, attachment, dishonesty, or absence of a bigger thought, intention, all this is not in a person. It is to minimize that. Remember, I told you about samskar yesterday. So it is to make up from vikar to sanskar. Vikar is unpredictable, unlawful, irrational modification of mind leading to failure of control in a personality. Control failure is there. That is called vikar. Now you have left. You don't know what I will do, where I will go. It may be by thinking, it can be by your attachment. So scriptures have made some tight rules so that a person, when he goes out or in his future, he can be guarded well, and his value is more than valuables. He has a strong value system in him. He stands tall. We had been seen. Otherwise, a person will be torn apart. He will not have much value for anybody nor himself, because he is so much entangled with his inner thought that he doesn't have a very big thing to give to somebody, including himself. So, the convocation started with Satyam Vada Dharmam Chara. We saw that. We saw. Then Swadhyayan Ma Pramadaha. This also we saw. Didn't see that. Chalo acha, then we will see that. Here Swadhyaya has two meanings. One is regular chanting of the Vedas. And other meaning is that regular studies that you do. Because chanting of the Vedic mantras or any chanting, supposing you don't know Vedic chanting, any chanting gives you punya. It lifts your mind and spirit. So don't be indifferent. Mahapramada means don't take it for granted. Not doing the right work at the right time in a right way is pramad. Not doing the right work in the right place at the right time is inadvertence. So pramadam ma karshihi. There is Sanat Sanatan, Sanat Kumar Gita, Sujat Gita is there in Mahabharata. So there one line comes, Na mrityu vyagriin iv jantu natti. Death doesn't attack like a tiger. Pramadam vai mrityum bravimi. This pramad itself is a mrityu. There are two words. One is alasya, other is pramad. Alasya means where ras is not coming, you are not enjoying, therefore you are not doing. The thought is coming to do this, but still I am not doing because ralayoho abheda. So arasasya bhava arasyam, and that is called alasyam. So I don't enjoy, therefore I am postponing it. This is alasya. Like I got up in the morning but didn't get up from the bed. That is alasya. I I was supposed to write the note, but I did not write. I said, what to write. It was clicking in my mind, but still I postponed. I thought, SUP is over, what to write, the notes, etc. This code, that text is still not over. I mean, this whole, when you have started, complete it. Well, what to write? I'm so tired, I have no time to write. But you are hovering around here and there. Well, that is okay. So you are postponing the right thing, alasya. So, udyamen hi siddhyanti karyani natu manorathai. When Subhashitam comes, it says by hard work only a great work is accomplished, not by hallucinating. Nahi suptasya singhasya mukhe pravishanti mrigaha. Even if the tiger has or lion has mouth open, no deer will enter into the mouth and say, "You can eat me." So, alas is a typical emotion. It can be verbal alasya also. Chanting alasya may be there, or work alasya may be there, notes alasya may be there, Sanskrit alasya may be there. Alasya has a lot of shades. Jap alasya is there. Kartavya alasya is there. So here Swadhyaya alas, chanting alas and not studying the scripture. All these alas is there because it slowly becomes a habit. I've seen those people who are lazy. Slowly their inadvertence enters into all their areas. It is not that in one area they started with one area and they are highly non-dependable. So, you have to think, well, this person I won't give the work. Why? Because I have to really chase him and it cannot be done. He doesn't respond anything, I have to chase him, better don't ask him. So, this is because the person had not done that, therefore he didn't tell. Or sometimes he didn't tell. He did the work but he didn't tell. He forgot. Or he took it for granted. So, world respects the promptness of response. So I respond properly. Unless I am occupied by certain genuine reason, I am not well, or my family's issues have come up today. Genuine reason are there, but if there is no genuine reason, then chanting alas should not be there, or swadhyaya alas should not be there. Problem is that unless there is external force, we don't do anything. So when I am not there, hardly anybody is in the class then. And not that there is studying in the house. Is their house also not staying? Or is there studying in the room? They are wasting their time. It was better if they had come here, at least saw the last Pranchadashi talk was going on, the Vivek Chudamani talk was going on. At least they could have heard, make notes. But that alas is there. So a person doesn't progress because he doesn't have the capacity to take pain. So I am here after 7th, you see what happens. Who is here? And in the home what you study? 0. So all what you have, now without the Swadhyaya, you don't get direction, you don't get inspiration, you don't get, what shall I say, the light inside, freshness of thought is not there. When you discover something new idea, your day is made. That thought really keeps you very much in a good mood. So there is nothing to lift the mood. Our mood lifters are there. Get early in the morning, I'm watching going out here and there like a dog, and I'm deliberately using the word. So here and there, this room, that room, finding out who did this, who did that. There is nothing to lift. A good schedule puts you on a track. Good start in the day. That means the day will be good. By 12 o'clock, I have to complete this. By 1 o'clock, this. 9 o'clock, this. You don't know. Life is running out. How do you have time? So there, I just don't like laziness and this lethargy and forgetfulness. So, and therefore, it's difficult to match with my speed because people are lazy, absolutely lazy in chanting, in bringing book, in writing notes, in doing the work. So I say, what is this, yaar? Ajeeb se log hai. Not only here, everywhere. Here more. So, इतने लेजी लोग हैं, इतने लेजी कुछ कहने को नहीं, कुछ भी काम नहीं करते ठीक से. So स्वाध्यायान मा प्रमदः. It is instruction is given. Instruction is given that please. So why the instruction is given? You understand why? Two negatives is given to assert. Pramad is also negative and na is also negative. So it's for reinforcement they are using the two negatives. Like you should not do that again. I say you do that is one thing. But you should not do that again. So that is a stronger sentence. So scriptures are very fast. They are teachers. The teacher is, he knows the weaknesses of the, and this is what keeps the person back. Keeps the person on the, what shall I say, below average performance is there. Here we have everyday class. Every day, round the clock we have. Thank God afternoon class you didn't have. But don't think it won't have. We again start that. Whether you are dozing or sleeping, I don't care. You have to know how to take rest. Your body, burn it with your own hard work. Let whole body pain by night. You should have worked so hard whole day. Only my pain is now only. Morning only my body is spinning. Then only you will have a good night's sleep. You should be totally sleepy because you worked a lot. Acha? Haan. So you should not be. Because a person who doesn't study, he will have no clarity about Brahman, Atma, Jap, Puja, Dhyan, meditation, and Bhagwan, Bhagavat, how to talk, what subject is important, what is not important. That shows that the personality has not been purified and processed. It's a raw person. He has not gone through the training, or he has not himself trained himself. What is right, what is big, what is important, what is not important, what should be left, what should not be left. Because you see, scriptures shed light on so many areas. Yesterday you heard about Bhagwan Ram, how he was not forgetting something. He was forgetting everybody's fault. One goodness he did and 100 badnesses there. He remembered that one goodness, if you remember that, in the evening class. Many things you need in the personality. And therefore, Swadhyaya is like, you are having a light. Those who just keep on serving so-called, they create confusion. If they have no Swadhyaya. Because in the name of Seval, they become power hungry. They fight, they have attachment, they have aversion. It is better that a person had not served rather than creating confusion. Because he is not having the light of the scriptures. I go to so many institutions and see there. In the name of fund collection, in the name of serving, in the name of organizing something, you become ruthless. You become curt. I told you this work, you did not do. Arey bhai, talk properly. Work is not important, relation is more important than the work. Maybe some issue is there. You don't know what the person is going through. You just don't know what his compulsions are there. Every day I train myself to understand others better. When I live with somebody, I feel I should have understood this person better. What his problems are, maybe I identify with him more. And if his mind is a problem, that also I should understand and give him more time. So, swadhyayan ma pramadah. I hope you have to study every day of your life. And study means pravachan, you hear, you listen to do some mananam, use some dhyan, all three you do, and you do some chanting. These four things constitute swadhyaya. You listen something, because listening will give you some good thought. Then close the book, and what thoughts you have heard, please repeat in your mind. And for a few moments, just remain silent in your day, maybe for 5 minutes if you don't have time. But become totally without sankalp. At least don't entertain the thought. Let the thought be there, but you dissociate with everything. Okay? And you have something to chant, either Vedic mantras, or chant Vishnu Sahasranam Stotram, or chant Purush Suktam. So 4 things you should chant every day. Upanishad, one portion of Upanishad. Number 2, Bhagavad Gita. Number 3, Vishnu Sahasranam. Number 4, Purush Sukt. Purush Sukt. And if those who are trained, they may chant Rudram, at least one Anuvak. If it is not there, at least 4 things are compulsory. If you cannot chant whole Vishnu Sahasranam, chant half of that, few verses you chant. But earn some punya and grace of God. At least for half an hour to chanting honi chahiye. And if you can increase it, the chanting to 1 hour and 2 hours, then as you grow, it will always be, it will affect your body's health, good health will come. Devatas will be there with you. God will be pleased. Because those who do Vedic chanting and chanting, they are around them, Devatas are there. They are different. They are different. And those who don't do, they are also different. So, Swadhyayan ma pramada. Next word is there. So what is there? Now this is the convocation is there. So now teacher is saying, Acharyaya priyam dhanamaritya prajatantum nama vyavachetsi. Now you are going out of Gurukul. Please give the Acharya Guru dakshina. Don't run away. Acha? हाँ. हम नहीं बोल रहे हैं. Don't think. I'm saying. Priyam ishtam dhanam. I went to an ashram. I was 92 or something. So, Chick camp was there. So manager said, see, you had the camp, now you should have the dakshina. So the students were there. They say, we don't have money. So he said, no, give anything, whatever is a patram, pushpam, phalam, toyam. You give tree, leaves, etc., water. So the Guru Anvala, Dakshina envelope was distributed. So some students, sticks, they plucked the leaves and and put in Guru Dakshina and offered that. He was so upset, that manager. He said, I said patram pushpam just to indicate that you gave something. What to do anyway? In other words, one should not be, all the time indebted. You should be out of your debts. Because institution runs, not just teaching is there, but you may require infrastructure. Without infrastructure, there is no teaching possible. So dhanam, dhatte iti dhanam. Definition of dhanam is dhatte, that which holds some infrastructure. That is called dhanam. This is not for the one who has entered. Actually, where from the student will get the money? So it is said what lessons he had heard. So king used to allow, one congregation was there. So all the brahmachari used to go to the king and express their knowledge. The king used to ask certain questions. Okay, tell me what you learned. So they used to tell, I learned this, I learned. Maybe if he is knowledgeable, kings were very knowledgeable earlier. He used to ask some technical questions. And to every brahmachari, he will hand over something. All what you have heard. And if somebody is special, he has given a very right answer, so he will give something more. So this money the student is going to offer to the teacher. Or, please note, or it is possible that the priyam dhanam, maybe teacher will ask not money, he said something else. Like this Pandavas, Dronachar asked, please bring Drupad. Because Drupad had insulted Dronachar. So when Dronachar taught all the Pandavas, so he asked, please conquer him and bring him here. So Arjun conquered and tied Drupad and brought him. And threw at the feet. And therefore a lot of seva is mentioned for the students. Because that knowledge won't be digested if the person has not given something equivalent. It will be forgotten in time. People think, I can just... It's not a feast. Feast is different, dakshina is different. When you go to the universities, there are fees there. This course, this much is the fees. Fees is that teaching is equal to this amount of money. But here, it is dakshta that has given you dakshta that has... Now, dakshta I got from the teacher. I got expertise to think. Now, as a part of expertise, I give you dakshina. Dakshina is the name of Lakshmi ji. So it can be anything. I cannot give dakshina, maybe I'll serve. Maybe I'll be around you. Something I will do to that joy that you give. Because teacher gives very high level of subtle joy, which hotels cannot give, which Europe and America trip cannot give. It gives you the joy of God. He gives you joy of meditation. He gives you the joy of moksha. You are going to be liberated after some time. So from his teacher what he got, so he is sharing with some pain. And therefore our responsibility is that because I have got something, if somebody gives you even one bottle of water also costs. The water bottle, that also costs 10 rand, 5 rand, something like that. It is not free. Simple thing. And I say thank you also, even it is costly. So what will you give to the one who gave you everything? What will you give to the one? How much I give will be lesser only. So at least, okay, I cannot give you money, at least I'll give you some seva. At least I'll keep you happy, chalo. At least I'll press the feet. At least I'll wash your clothes. At least I'll clean the room. This way, Shivji will see that I don't forget that knowledge. Otherwise, high chances are that the person is going to forget the knowledge. Because he has not done the proper return ceremony. And therefore it is said, Acharyaya priyam dhanam aharati. This is a spiritual aspect of dakshina. Dakshina has many aspects. Spiritual aspect, religious aspect, social aspect, personal aspect. Spiritual aspect is after getting something, I become more humbler to serve. Vidya dadati vinayam. Because I am more grateful that I got so much, I should also give. I should give. So this is a spiritual growth is there when you get. And therefore scripture should not be studied because you will develop ahankar. But when the knowledge is conferred, you develop humility. So knowledge gives you more humility because you see, I got a lot, In secular studies, you put lot of effort, you give the fees to the teacher, university teacher, and you also know teacher has taken the fees, so he has to teach me. He takes the salary from the institution regularly, quite a hefty salary teachers get. Here Guru has no salary as such. Only salary leaves were there yesterday. Celery leaves. CELERI. So you see somebody. So the dakshina's spiritual aspect is that I have become daksh, so I will give you I offer my expertise to you in the form of seva, in the form of sweetest word. Even if you shout on me, you get angry, at least from my side, you should be free from the thought. I'll never be any trouble creator in your life. At least I give you this promise. You may shout, you may kick me, you may kill me. Yesterday you saw how Bhagwan Ram told to Parashuram, Kripa kopabad karo gosai. You can show compassion, you can tie me, you can be angry on me. If required, you can take your axe and kill me also. Mopar karu das kinai. Keeping the teacher happy with our behavior is the biggest form of dakshina. We think I give some money, he will be very happy. That is not that. Even in ashram, we also could not give dakshina because we had no earning at that time. Where from I'll get money? I had no money to give. But our teacher told, Gurudev told, no, just you are doing your duty, that itself is your biggest dakshina. You are studying, you are telling something beautiful, that itself is my dakshina. So spiritual aspect of dakshina is very powerful aspect. And that is a lifelong dakshina I give you. Tell me what Sudama could have given his dakshina. But his teacher was very happy because he was very humble. Are you getting my? Religious aspect is from the scriptural angle. If somebody can afford, dakshina is Lakshmi ji. So that one shlok comes in Gita, Vidihinam asrishtannam mantrihinam adakshinam shraddha vairitam yaksham yagyam tamasam parichakshate. That action in which something is not given, it is tamasic, so fruit will not be there. Especially if a person can afford. It offers something. Otherwise, God has various ways to take the money. He will take from some other way. The religious aspect of dakshina. Social aspect is to maintain the ashram. Because the ashram needs regular, expenses are very high. I told you just now, infrastructure is required. How the ashrams will run if dakshina. Therefore, Gurudev introduced at the end of GD aspect is there. Some people said, why Gurudev is asking? He said, how will you run the mission? Because electricity bill is there, air con bill is there, kitchen bill is there, servants are there, workers are there, plumbing problem, electrical problem, what is it called, maintenance issues. This temple was redone. This temple. You must have seen in my absence, all that was put. It got more than 200,000, 250,000. People just give something, they think I'm giving a lot. Nothing, it just goes like that. Just flies. It appears that I'm giving. It is nothing. It is nothing. So therefore, the aspect of, if you go to a hotel and live there, then you'll understand what it means. One hotel, if you live in Durban, how much it cost one day? Simple hotel. Per day. 1000 ले लेते हैं, चलिए 1000 ले लेते हैं. Your eating, your living, your electricity, 1000 ले लेते हैं. 1 month how much will it? 30,000. Huh? Only bed, no eating. No understand? चलो हम minimum ले लेते हैं. I take minimum amount. When I go out, then I understand how the things are costly. How will the ashram run? How will you run? You need capital. You attend the meeting, then you understand the finance meetings are there. Then they say deficit is 100,000. Acha, Swamiji, deficit is 100,000. Now Swamiji has to find where you get it. You don't understand. And therefore Gurudev said, nothing like that. These management gurus are there. One hour they cost so much of money. In a fancy hotel they will take you. Nobody is saying anything. So, our knowledge is free of cost. And we give 50 rand, 100 rand. उससे क्या होगा? You go in the colleges for the fees of the children, they will give hundreds of thousands of dollars. In America, studies $50,000 minimum per annum. Facilities, I need everything. I need first class kitchen, first class room, first class bed, first class maid. But you have to have this also. How will it function then? Four people are working around the clock, and therefore Upanishad is saying, Acharya. So one was a spiritual reason, biggest dakshina is keeping the teacher happy by selfless seva, by your words, by your attitude, by your sadhanas. Somebody sends a report, well, I have done today 50 malas. It gives my heart so nice, I feel. I said, yes, very good dakshina is there. You did 50 malas. Or I chanted this Vishnu Sahasranam so many times. It gladdens my heart. Very good. Excellent. Somebody, I chanted 5 hours. My God. Continuous I chanted 5 hours today. One day somebody chanted Vishnu Sahasranam 9 hours. Continuous. He subtle dakshina. Giving a greater thought is much more than giving an object. But Gurudev could not give any object to Tapovan Maharaj. He was sannyasi. So what sannyasis will give, what brahmacharis will give. We can give only thought. Are you getting my point? So one is a spiritual aspect, other is a religious aspect to maintain a good traditions of giving and getting. Don't get, give also. Give. Luxuriously give. Don't think a lot. Just give. Acha? This is how Annapurna is running. Just now, her father gave 160 kg rice, something like that. It runs like that. Wi-Fi is also required. Then, you know, what is it called? Screen is required. Computer is required. Big computer is there. You purchase. तब समझ में आएगा कि how it runs. So, social aspect, religious aspect is to maintain a good tradition. My karma should not be disturbed. So, and third was social aspect. You know, you will not believe how much they spend in the malls, how much they spend in the pubs, how much they spend in pant and shirt. Ashram is grappling. You see, big advertisement hoardings are there. Each hoarding costs 25,000 per month. When we have to put a hoarding, we till 10 times. Well, 10,000 is more, we cannot put, sorry. We can't publicize it that much. Acha, we don't. Not a single religious hoarding you will find anywhere. All is about valuables, not values. Temptations, car, house, or some clothes, some eatables, burger. Big hoarding is about burger. Everything is tempting the senses. We cannot go. Why? That much of money is not there. You can't afford that. Nobody is anything. So you need something. Therefore, Upanishad has directed Acharyaya Priyam Dhanam. So you please give, don't just run away. Generally, what my observation is, as long as the teaching is there, brahmacharis are there, brahmachari. After that, they run away. Most of them don't keep in contact. Most of them don't bother also. From the same institution they are brought up. But they don't bother to give back to institution something. Never be ungrateful person. Never be ungrateful person. And then this instruction is given. Gurudev, some people, why Gurudev has taken Guru Dakshina? Hare bhai. Where from you get the hall? Hall one day is very expensive sometimes. Hall one day expenses in India, sometimes it is 40,000 rupees per day. 40,000. Good hall. Ab I am going in May. Ab need a AC hall. Otherwise nobody will come. Then you need a guard. Then you need somebody to drape all these things. This draping costs. Hello? There is nothing. This polystyrene plate, that costs. Anything just keeps on costing. Agarbatti you brought yesterday? It was there. Okay. Mop is there. Mop. Huh? Batao? It is very easy to say. Tanamika, this is the what is it called? Purchase order. Now it comes to me. Then this much is there. Can you postpone it? Then it will go to Kriti. Kriti will ask me what to do. I say, see how much is there. Inside kit is how much is there. Please ask, we can postpone, it is urgent. Urgent, then go ahead. How much to thinking is there? Then it is put in that list. What is that list called? Huh? Nobody comes. Sponsor list, nobody comes. Now again they say, sponsor is nobody is. आपको पता नहीं है कितना कुछ होता रहता है behind the scene to maintain this thing. And therefore Upanishad is saying, therefore Mahima, Grahastha ashram alone takes care of Brahmacharya ashram, Vanaprastha ashram, Sannyasa ashram. There the support system is required. Otherwise wall will fall down, paints will fall down, electrical wiring will be fall down, something will be so shabby. Then what will you study? If light is not there, your talk is over. If janitor was not there, talk was over. If water is not there, talk is over. You sit in your room because you are not taking bath. Here Jojo tank is there. So we need, and Dhan purifies the money. Let me tell you, it is that Dhan that has sustained Sannyas ashram, Vanaprastha ashram, and our Sandipnis are there. We came in the ashram. Single cent is not there. Ashram says, okay, I'll take care of everything. Nobody is saying. So therefore, please give something. Next point, very interesting. Very less candidates are here. He said, Praja Dhanam Aharatya Prajatantum. Bhashka writes. See what is it? Acharena Chanugyata. You got it? Acharya Acharyartham Priyam Ishtam Dhanam Aharatya Aniya Dattva Vidya Nishkriyartham. Mil gaya? Which page? 62 last line. After that you can see. See, Kriti, you see more. It is written here. Acharyena chanugyata anurupan daran aritya. Getting permission from the teacher, then you get married. You are also not married, no? Acha. So very less candidates are there. You are also not married. Acha, chalo wo bhi hai. So, Acharyena chanugyata, you should take permission from them. Anugyata means approval from the teacher. Don't inform the teacher, I have selected that boy. Selected that girl. Anurup daran, as Anurup means as is as per your jat, caste, money status, caste, height, color, education, all should match. You think you choose anybody. Arey bhai, somebody has given you so much, at least in your life he should have some authority. Dekho, Anurupam, Daran is plural, but doesn't mean many wives. Actually, the word Dara is masculine and it is always in plural, Daraha. Therefore, Daran is there, Nitya Bahuvachan is there. So here, you are making the teacher aware that can I go for married life? That means Grahasthashram. Or should I not go? Or some say I don't want to go for married life. Can I go for sannyas life? So teacher will observe, teacher knows the student better. So he will say, I think you be here, let me observe you for a few years, then we will see about it. But I don't want to marry. Your qualification should match your desire. We will observe you. Otherwise, you see somebody, you see how lucky that wife is, that husband is so lucky. They are couple, they are walking together. They are feeding each other like with their hands. I have to stand in a queue to get food. And to watch, see, the wife is so lucky, husband is so lucky. They have children also, lucky, so chubby child. They are playing with that. I have nobody to play. So, if distraction is less, don't go. You will create a lot of problem there. You will create more confusion in sannyasa. Better not to go rather than create a problem. Because society will be troubled, ashram will be troubled, people around will be troubled, everybody will be troubled. You are odd man out. Better you take your own sweet time. Don't rush. Just because, sannyasa, wherein you get bhiksha. Nothing bhiksha. From morning till evening, you have to do tapasya. Morning till night. And you have to be happy. You can't be angry. You can't be lusty. You can't be greedy. You can't be complaining. Then sannyasi shines. Shines. Gurudev was in Uttar Kashi, and around the Ganges there was many trees was there, and there was one hillock, and one tree was different on the top. So Gurudev said, this tree is a sannyasi. Among all other trees that is standing apart, it has tolerated all the winds of storms and still it is standing. It's a sannyasi tree. So Acharya Priyam Dhanamaritya, then what shall? Then I told you, marriage is not for enjoyment. Marriage has 3-4 purposes. But what the biggest purpose is there? She written, Praja tantum praja santanam ma vivachetsi. Don't break the lineage. Childhood, the biggest purpose is having a child. Why? Why? Because the ideals and ideas has to go to future generation when you pass away. When you pass away from the world, and supposing you have a very great idea, I told you, 3-4 things he has to give. First is his properties there. Then emotions are there. Then ideas are there. Then good actions are there. Who will carry the legacy? I had given sufficient thoughts earlier on this topic. Acha? Because if the house is not strongly religious, the quality of the child will also be not great. Why? Because very great thoughts was not in the house. And now this child, when he goes out, he will be emotionally handicapped. घर में कोई जप ही नहीं करता तो हम कैसे जप करें? Nobody was speaking sweetly, so I also did not speak. Nobody was getting up early. The tradition of getting up early in the morning was not in my house. Nobody was doing Sandhya Vandan. Nobody was doing puja. Gurus were not in my house, so I don't know how to treat the gurus when they come. House is an institution. And when gurus come, so from the childhood I see gurus are there, we have to, serve them, we have to take advice from them. Acha, we should not, I never heard my mother shouting, father shouting. Acha, that tradition is not in my house. Oh, so house had a very strong religious sentiments, strong moral values. Then you give the thought to the child. 20 years is a thought-giving process to the child, because when the child is between 5 to 10 years, that is the time you can mold. If he has crossed 10, 11, he has gone out. He has gone out of your hand. If the 5 to 10 years you have molded the child, he is a malleable child, like the mud is mine, you can say, okay, this is the habit. Puja you have to do. You cannot use the bad words. You can't scream. You can't shout. See, I shout. Did you see me shouting on my father, mother? Did you see me getting up late? Gurudev used to say, culture is more caught than it is taught. So he saw. Wow. Did you see your father shouting? Did you see your grandfather? When you see how much lokas he chants every day. He see. So the ideas he imbibes. He knows the shlokas. He knows the religious values. He knows I should not displease my parent. All this is fed at an early age. So he goes out. See, already a prepared student goes in the next stage. So life will be easier for him because his childhood was very good. If childhood is not good, at every step he'll struggle. Because he has not seen, he has not been given that instructions. Father was a drunkard. Mother was shouting. A father is very angry. Or this is not like that. That culture you carry. You carry your family. Therefore you see somebody illustrious, then you wonder who could be his mother and who could be the father. First, our attention goes there. Kaun hoga? And how did you learn this? So if that part is not dealt properly, it is like somebody, by cheating he passed 10th class and 11th class. In India it happens. You are in Bihar, etc. Paper has come. So from the window, you have to give the copy. Copy you give, you are sitting here. So somebody down is waiting, he did all your question and copy has come back. And he passed. First class. Chalo bhai, you can cheat. But when it comes to engineering examination, medical examination, and you are not knowing basic thing, then you say, how did you pass 10th class? This is 10th class. How did you pass 12th class? And somewhere inquiries were set and they were caught. That this is how your handwriting is not matching this. Bring out all the copies. They went to jail. And all schools, all were rendered null and void. That also has happened. So when the basic institution you have not passed, and you go to brahmacharya ashram or you go to institution or become husband or wife or father and mother, then do you think you can play that role? Because you have not great thoughts to give. You did not get a legacy. आपके पास कोई thought था नहीं. You don't give an object. You give more an ideal, a thought. House is the very biggest and serious institution. It's not lodging boarding center I go to just eat and sleep and my father pays my fees and mother cooks the food and I'm going out all the time. And again he bought my book. And today my chachas have come, aunties, we are just going out for dinner. This is not what house is meant for. House is to train you. Because society you will face a much tougher world what you have thought. Outer world is tougher, ruthless, temptations are there, Kam Krodh is there. And unfortunately, 8 hours he spends in the school, where all kinds of students, he mixes with every kind of thought. So his malleability is destroyed. He has taken wrong impression. Bad words is on his tongue, because this is what he has heard. And therefore, understood the meaning of childhood. Supposing very good person is there. Very good person is there. Very good ideals are there. Very good routine is there. And he has no children. Don't you feel it will be a loss for the future? You should have, before you pass away, at least somebody should carry the legacy. Such a nice person is there. He should create his replica and send. His replica should be there. He will not be distinct. So somebody else should be there. And this is how mantras were preserved, knowledges were preserved, great universities were there, singing was preserved, dancing was preserved, dancer's child was a dancer, acting was preserved, physics, chemistry was preserved, character was preserved. And therefore, it is said here, no, I won't have a children. Don't just be on convenience. Convenience is not. We will have surrogate baby. You go on the gate. How will you have attachment with that baby? How will you can say? When the conception starts, then only that motherhood starts. She thinks she is my child. And he is nursing. Not only by food, she starts thinking this is, you are pregnant? Okay, chant Ramayana, chant Bhagavad, go to the saints. The education starts when the baby is in the womb. That is the time where the baby's education process is started. Chant mantras. Acha, let him be a devotee. Let him be a, what is it called, lover of God. Let him be a Guru Bhakt should be born. Let him be happy, Jeev should be there. It is not only physical feeding. And therefore, this was, see how beautiful and how lofty point were there. Imagine Gurudev's mother, imagine Vivekananda's mother, imagine father of Raman Maharshi. If they were not religious, do you think they could have produced children like Raman Maharshi? After all, he was also a child of some mother only, father only, Shankaracharya. His father was a devotee of Lord Shiva. I told the story also. Here we had about Shankaracharya Bhagwan. He prayed to Lord Shiva to get a child. Then Shivaji said, I will come. Myself I will come. You want a long-aged child who will not be intelligent, or very small age but intelligent, if you remember. Then he said, I want a child who is very intelligent and bright, but at least he will be much more of illuminating the whole world. So, Prajat Nantum Na. If you allow me, I will say what Uriya Baba used to say. I will not like. बोले those who don't do tapasya and have children, वो बच्चे नहीं पैदा करते, घास फूस पैदा करते. They create grass and trash. अब वो संत लोग थे. अब gurus have the right to say. You don't say to everybody. I also don't say such words. People will not come also next. But if घास फूस पैदा करते हैं, so you can make it out from where this, what could be the lineage, what are the thoughts in his family. From the child, you can make it out what would be the nature of mother, father. What would be the nature of grandfather, maternal or paternal or eternal, whatever there. Because that nature is reflected in this. It's not, you can keep on seeing. You can say also, I'm the carbon copy of my father. I'm the carbon copy of my mother. You can make it out also. She was also like that, like me. Or she is also like that. Or my father is also like that, I have. Good or bad, I'm not saying. That is for you to fill in the blanks. But you will always find, I have inherited certain nature. Maybe of my grandfather. Maybe of my nana. Maybe of my dadi. Somewhere a strong impact is there of somebody on your mind. Out of these four, maternal grandfather, paternal grandfather, and 6, your mother, father. These 6 people, somebody's strong nature is in you. And that you have inherited. And your children, you will give that only. Mali, why don't you tell all these things earlier? Already thought it. They are having wine, they are having television, they are having parties, they are talking loose, talking bad about it. Child is not foolish, he is imbibing everything. He is seeing from very close quarters. He is intelligent. ऐसा नहीं है. So from a weak house, a weak child will come out. Not a strong personality, not a strong and very moral-based and very value-based child will come out. He will be a problematic father and mother. You can make it out that if she becomes a mother, it will be always a problem for the son. If she becomes a wife, my God, she'll have a problem. If he becomes a husband, my God, it will be difficult for husband. He can't sustain relation. He's a bomb. He'll create more music than noise. Sorry, more noise than music. I take my word. And some children, you can make it out. If he becomes a father, I think he would have been an excellent father. She would be excellent mother. You marry somebody. Get a right couple, right marriage is there. And you please see that the legacy continues when you pass away. I hope you are catching my point. I am understanding little. So, Prajatantum, here Bhashka writes, Praja Santanam ma vivachhetsi, Praja Santate vichiti na kartavya. Don't break the lineage. Praja here means, that means child. 3 were came, Praja, Prajana and Prajati earlier. Son, and then process of creating the child and the grandson. Now, somebody asked Bhashikar, supposing I don't have a child means son or daughter here. Only here he means son. Well, supposing I don't have son, then what shall I do? Now listen to what he says and underline that. Anutpadyamane api putre putra kamyadi karmana tadutpattau yatna kartavya iti abhipraya. I hope you understood it. You please underline that. What is the meaning? If you don't have son, please do yagya yagadi to get the son. Don't say, woman is like my son. Girl is as equivalent as my son. Don't use all this social workers' statement. Why? Son, you have more control because he has to do more. Girl will go in somebody else's house. So, putra kamyadi karmana. There are a lot of yagya yagadi. That you please do. Who will give Agni to you? Why? Son-in-law is not responsible for that. He has his own father to give Agni. So, Who will give fire? Who will do Shraddha? Shraddha result will be different if somebody else does. Boli Pandit will do. How Pandit will do? When you pass away, who will do 10 days ritual for you? Who will give fire? Only some companies are there. Because after that 10 days they have to do certain rituals. They have to sit there. Who will be grateful really for you? That he will do something for you. Acha? Haan. Kahan se? Then you will catch somebody else, chacha's son, mama's son, somebody from the relative. You will not believe sometime they have nobody to give fire. They say, kaun agni dega? They are struggling there that somebody should give fire. Then nobody is there to really sit as the rituals are for 10 days. Only there is nobody. His son is not there. Now the gati of that will be affected. Shraddha will be affected. Therefore, and of course, there is no transfer of the values, transfer of emotions. See, in my house, every month one saint was coming. So you maintain a tradition. They should come and have bhiksha. Once a month they should have bhiksha. I was donating this much amount. And I have put this capital. Every month this amount should go to the institutions there. Cows should be fed. Go seva is compulsory. I have been doing for 40 years. I went to somebody's house. He was not eating food unless he has fed 100 cows. Morning. Well, who will maintain tradition? So we continue. Otherwise cows will be hungry. They wait for me. This institution, they want some money. I think you gave it. They look forward to have that. So continue that. You can't say to the daughter, "Bole, I'm not it's not your control. My husband is there." And earlier it was more differentiation was there. So anutpadyamane putre putra kamyadi karmana prajanascha iti jai. I hope you are understand. But I didn't know that. Such things are also written. Yeah. Don't go to the legal matter. Legal will say they should have half share. Legally, girl also entitled and boy, both should have the equal share in the property. Which is right. But you have to have son to do all these things. You have no control over other person. Acha bhai. We will see more. Tomorrow we will see beautiful portion is there of Dharma. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om. Hari Om.